What's up YouTube, Jamie the Kid00 here, coming to you guys with a kind of shout-out-y vloggy, updatey type video. I haven't done these in a while and I felt I kind of have to with the week that's coming up. So this is going to be a three-parter video. The first is going to be shout-outs, the second is going to be a little update, and then the third is going to be me talking about YCS Toronto. So this will actually have real content, even though Toronto has only just happened. The first thing I want to do is give a few shout-outs to a few channels which have been partaking in, shall we say, and just basically they're a few friends of mine. The first one is for the more Yu-Gi-Oh! People who are looking for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content out there. Could you go check out Uzumaki Kunai 1? All the links for these shoutouts will be in the down below. Uzumaki Kunai 1 is a really good friend of mine. He's a really knowledgeable player, very quiet spoken, but his videos contain really, really good stuff, really good theory content, so it's really worth you guys checking him out. And for those of you who are of the more gaming-oriented folks, go check out, first of all, Hero Voltsy, a good friend of mine who's just trying to get his new channel started. He's gone through about 3 different channels. Each one has reached about 5,000 subscribers, and he's had to change channels. So he's fairly successful. He knows what he's doing. He produces very, very good content, and I recommend checking out Hero Voltsy, who is going to be down in the down. And the final channel I want you guys to check out quickly is Morph Shuffle, just because he's a good friend of mine. Well, I got an old friend of mine who was from my old school, and I'd hate to see him kind of left by the wayside on the old YouTubing scene. I know that gaming YouTubers have a lot easier time than people like me who do just card games, but I'd like it if you check those guys out. Either way, we're going to move into the next bit, which is the updates. Currently, I have about 4 videos set on the scheduled uploader to upload while I am away. I'm going to be heading back out to Wales, but I'm taking no Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff and no recording stuff with me while I'm out there. So I do not plan on producing any videos. It was originally my plan to produce 5 deck profiles from Monday to Friday, which will be on the scheduled uploader, and you'll be able to. I will show you a picture of my uploads on my Facebook page if you go check that out. To prove that they're all up there, because I keep saying on the videos that they were recorded Saturday and Friday, which they were, and today, which is Sunday, and they will be on the scheduled uploader. And if you guys want to see what's coming up, go check out my Facebook page. The list will be up there. I was originally going to post a 5th video for the Friday, which was going to be Brother to the Fire Fist, but sadly I have to finish packing like now or never, and so I've had a few issues with Windows Movie Maker, and it does not want to let me dub it correctly. There's just been issues with the dubbing because it had to be done on Dueling Network because I'm missing a few cards, and it kind of broke down on me. So I'm going to be posting a picture of the Dueling Network screenshot on my Facebook page, and you guys can go check out there. So that will be your Fire Fist deck profile until I return in a week. There'll be nothing on next weekend, and I will try and get back to it on Monday, but I'm going to have work quite a bit. So this may be the beginning of a bit of a YouTube hiatus. But I have tried to produce some deck profiles for you guys at the very least, so please, I do hope you enjoyed those. And finally, we're going to quickly talk about the effect of YCS Toronto. Like, we're going to ignore YCS Brussels because that was sealed play. YCS Toronto on the meta. Like, as most of you will know, YCS Toronto has just happened at time of filming. It has just been won by Dragon Rulers. At the moment, I do not know if it is Dragon Ruler Plants. To my knowledge, a lot of people are saying it's not. They're saying he was running Skill Drain Dragon Rulers, which is a deck that's kind of come out of the woodwork. But I feel that this format, as a lot of people have been commenting on Facebook, mainly on some of Cordero's statuses, saying, oh, they hit Dragon Rulers and they can still win, or it's going to be another Dragon Ruler format, and all sorts of things like that. You can't say that at all. If you look at the top cut, yes, 7 of the top 16 decks were Dragon Ruler. That is a fair proportion. But if we then look at the top 4 and the top 8, I believe in top 4 there was only 1 Dragon Ruler deck compared to the 7 that made top 16. So the Dragon Ruler decks really aren't that hard to beat. I'm sure it was easily one of the most popular decks going into the new event, because people are still coming down off of Dragon Rulers. I feel that Dragon Ruler Plant / Dragon Ruler Skill Drain and Prophecy were the 2 most popular decks at the event. It also proved, looking at the top, a lot of the other decks that topped were in the 1-offs or in the 2-offs at the very most. Like, it proves that the format is incredibly diverse and many different things can top. And a lot of these Dragon Ruler variants were all different. A lot of them played different cards in different amounts. A lot of them kind of followed the same premise. But it's a lot more of a techie format, whereas before everyone was playing the exact 40 to 41 card deck, like with no variations, just like maybe 2 techs. And they weren't techs, they were just like the way the build differed for your playstyle. Like hundreds of people played it that way. So this format is by no means a Dragon Ruler format, and it's still incredibly diverse. I don't understand why people are focusing on the single deck that won the YCS, because the single deck was alone in top 4. And all the decks in top 4 were alone. Second place was taken by Mermails. I'm very happy to see that, because as you guys know, I absolutely love Mermails, and I played Mermails today. And I really am glad to see the deck performing quite well, even with 1 Diva and 1 Dragoon, so that's pretty awesome. Dragoonity coming 3rd in the hands of Patrick Hoban. Congratulations to him. That was it's a pretty good deck. Like, actually, it was very one-sided. If he was playing the Dragoonity OTK, I'm quite surprised to see that it made it that far, because of course it can lose to itself, like if it gets OTK'd in turn. So I'm quite impressed to see him come that far, so congratulations to him. And then in 4th place we had Blackwings. Blackwings had an incredible showing. It was probably one of the more popular tier 1.5 decks going into the event, and I felt that it represented itself quite well. I'm not sure how many topped, like 1 or 2. I know that top 16 also featured Infernity, a deck that I talked about very early on when the list was announced, and I'm glad to see that that lived up to its expectations. It's a very, very efficient deck, very good at what it does. It's just sadly, sometimes it does have a lot of trouble because it only makes Xyzes, and going in against some of the larger synchro-oriented decks, it can have a harder time, and I feel that is probably where it lost some of its matchups. I do not advocate playing the Infernity synchro build to counter that, because the Infernity synchro build I feel is the worst build because of its inconsistencies in having to play things like Mirage and, I forgot his name, Avenger. Like, you have to play those cards, and they are inherently very dead cards. I do not like them. I much prefer the Xyz build with Archfiend Ares and Archfiend Palabyrinth, which I should do a new deck profile of, because I didn't realise how broken Archfiend Palabyrinth actually is. A deck I should probably make note of was in the earlier stages of Swiss, something that I heard was an absolute pandemic all over the event, was Harpies. Harpies seemed to come out of the woodwork. They were being played in the hands of Jeff Jones, and I believe he went X3 at the event, narrowly missing out on the top, I believe losing in round 9 for his 3rd loss, which was kind of sad. I kind of wanted to see Harpies top, but it was definitely a deck that seemed to be seeing a lot of play. So definitely a deck that you can't really rule out. It's definitely a deck that could probably top another event, and it definitely seemed to be doing quite well. Otherwise, I don't really know if there's anything else I want to talk about. I'm just kind of analysing some of the decks that have been doing the rounds. Fire Fist, they had a fair showing. I think they top 8'd. I know that they top 16'd, I'm fairly sure. And Evil Swarm top 32'd. One Evil Swarm deck did top 32, so it shows that Evil Swarm is not completely dead, but I still do not rep it as a powerful deck going into this next format. I think, but by no means it's not dead, but it's definitely not the best deck. One massive surprise for me, though, was Constella. Constella failed to take any spots in the top 32. Constella, on my money, was one of the best decks going into the event due to the sheer power of Constella Pleiades and some of the other cards that it has access to. So I'm definitely very disappointed to see that. I don't know if it's because of a poor showing or what. And we'll see with the events to come, because the UK has a lot of very big events coming up. What with our gold qualifiers that are set to be the size of the size of large regionals, and our UK and Irish Dueling Series finals, which is set to be the size of a nationals. So those will be very interesting. And of course, we have our very own YCS London coming up in just a couple of months. So I'm very much looking forward to playing in this new format at a high caliber level, and kind of reporting to you guys what that's going to be. I'm going to attempt to bring you some live coverage from that event, or possibly just like some shortly after it's happened. I'm going to try and be very quick on the buzzer with that, because I want to bring you guys that content. So yeah, I think that's about everything I want to talk about with this update. I'm going to be away for about a week, so enjoy the videos while they last. I'm afraid there aren't going to be as many as I wanted there to be, because technical problems and time. But otherwise, yeah, go check out those channels that were linked in the down. And if you want to see the Fire Fist deck profile and you want to hear some other snippets from me, go check out my Facebook page. Any kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! Brainwaves I have, I will be posting on there while I am away. So if you want to get any of that information, please go down to the various links down below. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. This has been Jamie the Kid Zero. Jamie the Kid Zero? I have 2 zeros on the end of my name. Jamie the Kid 000 with 3 zeros this time. I'm too tired to say my own name. So much I've been producing tonight. But yeah, this has been Jamie the Kid with 2 zeros. And I will see you guys when I do. It's me signing out for about a week. So, bye-bye.